Tariffs imposed by U.S. President Donald Trump remain one of the most hotly debated issues on the global agenda. As you are aware, Donald Trump has chosen to put 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico, as well as up to 10% and 60% on China, respectively. Trump has halted tariffs against Canada and Mexico. Tariffs are anticipated to take effect on March 4th. Trump has mentioned this date multiple times in recent weeks. As the date approaches, fears have grown, particularly in Canada. The Canadian administration has even looked to the European Union and China to counteract the impact of U.S. tariffs. Canadian authorities allegedly modified their plans to transfer resources to China, particularly liquefied natural gas. However, Canada's primary priority was to strengthen connections with Europe rather than trade with the United States. Recently, Canada and Italy have been frequently referenced together. Experts claim that the two nations are altering their economic dynamics. According to economic specialists, even the European Union is taken aback by Canada's connections with Italy. Had Canada picked Italy over the U.S.? What's the latest on Canadian-Italian trade? What was Canada's plan with Italy to avoid U.S. tariffs? We will investigate the answers to all of these key issues together. But before we do, please subscribe to our channel, enable alerts, and give us a like to remain up to date on our material. All of this is entirely free of charge. Now, let's return to our primary topic. First, it is important to note that Italy already has a presence in the Canadian market. Italy is interested in the food industry and is positioning itself as a potential alternative supplier in the event that the United States implements trade restrictions and Canada decides to levy retaliation tariffs against the United States. When we look at Canada's food imports by exporting country, we can observe that Italian agri-food goods rank third in the Canadian market, after the United States and Mexico. Italy has even surpassed France in this category. In terms of commerce with Canada, Italy is third behind the United States and Mexico, with exports totaling $1.5 billion. In recent years, Italian imports have benefited from the Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement, which is now in preliminary implementation and has decreased customs barriers on a wide range of Italian agricultural food items. In the event of potential trade restrictions between the United States and Canada, this deal boosts Italy's position in the food sector. Indeed, if Ottawa diversifies its supply sources to minimize its reliance on the United States, Italian-made items would profit even more. Canada, in turn, could expand its market share and solidify Italy as a stable trading partner. At the present, the relationship between Italy and Canada has the ability to obscure the tensions and consequences of the United States tariffs. To see if this is true, consider Italy and Canada's trading network in 2024. Analyzing Italy and the United States' 2024 market shares in several sectors of the Canadian food industry indicates certain major areas where Italy may increase its position if Canada slaps tariffs on U.S. food imports. While Italy's exports of intermediate and final unpackaged food goods to Canada are very modest, packaged foods and drinks present significant prospects. Italian export shares are particularly comparable to those of the United States in areas such as alcoholic drinks, milk, yogurt, cheese, oil, rice, and pasta. In instance, a comparison of historical patterns in Italian and U.S. alcoholic beverage exports to Canada reveals a consistent growth in Italian exports since the Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement went into effect in 2017. This rise has accelerated in the previous 2 years, demonstrating a stronger position as the worth of Italian wine goods is recognized. So at an era of increasing unpredictability in global trade dynamics fueled by Trump's tariff war, the Italian food sector may discover development chances in a vital market such as Canada. Italian enterprises may enhance their presence in the Canadian market by capitalizing on tensions between Ottawa and Washington, as well as the excellent international image of Italian products. As a result, in reaction to U.S. protectionist actions, Italian firms may perceive these developments as an opportunity and carefully evaluate alternate markets for their goods. Italy might potentially strengthen its good connections with Canada. In this aspect, there is one factor that sheds light on both nations. This is the roadmap for improved collaboration between Italy and Canada. This roadmap seeks to enhance this partnership by framing and facilitating joint actions and initiatives in areas of mutual interest. It also underscores both nations' determination to work closely together to address global issues and promote long-term prosperity, global stability, and the rule of law. This comprises the respective set of 7 presidencies for 2024 and 2025. Let's look more closely at the two countries' trade and investment balances. Italy and Canada have a robust trade and investment partnership, with economies that complement one another and benefit from the strength of small and medium-sized businesses. Strategic areas such as vital minerals, semiconductors, aircraft, e-mobility, renewable energy technology, and life sciences provide enormous development potential and opportunity for increased ambition. To that end, Italy and Canada are looking for ways to strengthen their trade and investment links by investigating possible areas for collaboration and the exchange of best practices, such as encouraging reciprocal information sharing among institutional investors. The two countries are also committed to strengthening business ties between small and medium-sized enterprises, including through concrete initiatives such as the CDP Business Matchmaking Platform, which will launch in Canada in November 2023 and aim to bring together a large number of Italian and Canadian companies. Italy and Canada are dedicated to supporting inclusive and sustainable economic growth that benefits all. Together with their African partners, both nations are looking for ways to promote the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development Goals, while also strengthening peace, development, and prosperity throughout the continent. This includes steps to build sustainable agricultural systems, provide universal access to excellent education and healthcare, ensure energy security, and protect physical and digital infrastructure assets. These activities are in line with the spirit of Italy's Mattei Plan for Africa. On the other hand, Italy and Canada are encouraging greater collaboration between their respective development finance institutions, Cassa Depositi, e Prestiti, and FinDev Canada, including the advancement of initiatives such as the €150 million lending facility provided to the Banque Ouest Africaine de Développement to strengthen support for the private sector in West Africa. Cassa Depositi, e Prestiti, and FinDev Canada collaborate with other group of 7 development financing organizations to improve collaboration and coordination. We also see the two countries working together on security and defense issues. Because of the strong Canada-European Union relationship, Italy and Canada are contributing to global security by identifying opportunities for joint activities such as cybersecurity and the climate security nexus, as well as continuing the ongoing cooperation between the Forward Land Forces Battle Group in Latvia and the North Atlantic Treaty Organization Climate Change and Security Center of Excellence in Montreal. Italy and Canada are also boosting their collaboration to improve cybersecurity, promote high cybersecurity standards, safeguard consumers and companies, and decrease exposure to cyber events. They are also developing international rules for responsible state behavior in cyberspace, as well as cyber capacity building efforts and regulatory measures. The two nations are also considerably closer in terms of the Group of 7 Rapid Response Mechanism, which monitors, analyzes, and combats artificial intelligence-led threats to foreign information, manipulation, and intervention, as well as associated risks and possibilities. Recognizing the growing global character of this situation, Italy and Canada maintain tight security cooperation in policing and combating organized crime. This solidarity is reflected in the Memorandum of Understanding between the Italian Ministry of the Interior and the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, as well as existing bilateral agreements on mutual legal aid and extradition between the two ministries of justice. Both nations have also improved their contacts through the United Nations and existing international police cooperation agencies like Interpol and Europol. In terms of energy, Italy and Canada are strikingly united. Both Italy and Canada are dedicated to developing clean and renewable energy technologies that will increase energy security, boost trade cooperation, and advance their shared climate, biodiversity, and other environmental goals, including meeting the Conference of the Parties' 28 conclusions. In accordance with the pledges made at the Group of Seven ministerial meeting on climate, energy, and environment in Venoria, Turin, Italy, and Canada, the countries want to contribute to maintaining the 1.5-degree objective within reach, as well as to pursue and promote the clean energy transition. In particular, both nations are continuing to collaborate through international initiatives, such as the Powering Past Coal Alliance, to push worldwide efforts to phase out current continuous coal power production in energy systems by the first half of the 2030s. Critical minerals are essential for reaching climate objectives. Italy is considering joining the Alliance for Sustainable Critical Minerals, with the goal of expanding bilateral economic, scientific, and technical collaboration in the subject. In accordance with Group of Seven pledges made under the Italian presidency, Italy and Canada continue to cooperate through multilateral venues such as the Critical Materials and Minerals Conference. Hydrogen is one of the most promising fuels for achieving net zero emissions. Italy and Canada are backing the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding between the Italian Hydrogen Association and the Canadian Hydrogen Association, which will bring commercial benefits in the domains of hydrogen energy and fuel cell technology. Italy and Canada, on the other hand, encourage the use of sustainable fuels, including biofuels, as part of a larger bioeconomy to decarbonize hard-to-reduce and high-emitting sectors such as aviation, marine, and transportation. The two countries also continue to collaborate through multilateral forums such as the International Energy Agency Bioenergy Technology Collaboration Program, the Global Bioenergy Partnership, the Clean Energy Ministerial Biofuels Platform, Mission Innovation, the Group of 20 Energy Transition Working Group, and the Global Biofuels Alliance. Italy and Canada are dedicated to exploring potential for collaboration in international forums, highlighting the importance of carbon management technology in the transition to net zero emissions. In summary, tariffs imposed by the United States on Canada have provided Italy with an opportunity to capitalize on the historic process. In other words, Italy and Canada's bilateral connections have grown greatly throughout this time period. Both countries may eventually feel closer to one another in terms of commerce. This might allow Canada to sidestep the United States tax cuts, which will take effect in March, owing to the bond that Canada will form with Italy. Thank you for watching.